of the net.
What we heard from the players. So let's hear from the guys who will be announcing the game today. Dave Leto moving on up to the announcer's box tonight alongside Tommy Smith.
Thank you very much, Marissa. Tommy, it's great to be with you this evening. How does the Union stay compact in their shape tonight against this lethal press in the Red Bulls?
Well, they can't afford to lose their shape, that's for sure. And they got to initiate a press of their own. Because if you don't press and make the Red Bulls make some mistakes, you're not going to create opportunity. You got to try to initiate it. You're the home team. You got to push the agenda tonight.
The Union last week at LA only mustered 2 shots on frame. How do they create some chances in the final third amid goalkeeper Luis Robles?
Well, you know, last week they were trying to sit back a little bit. They're not going to sit back tonight because they're home. And I think they've got to go a little through midfield. They kept the ball out wide against LA. But I think if you go through midfield a little bit, you can create a chance or two.
The Red Bulls captain, Sacha Kljestan, arguably one of the best number 10s in MLS. How does the Union contain him in the transition game this evening?
Well, you're going to be all over him like a cheap suit. You can't give him a step. He can't get to run the show. If he runs the show, the Union are not in the show.
And Marissa and Matt, in the last homestand, the Union only took 1 out of a possible 9 points. They look to change that result tonight and get their first win of the season in what should be a raucous atmosphere.
Thanks, guys. Jim Curtin once again going with the 4-2-3-1 formation, Matt, with Andre Blake starting the net.
For many teams, a trip to LA does not end well. But last week, the Union defense was strong as the team hunkered down and withstood the Galaxy's onslaught. Andre Blake was the star of the night, but the save of the game may have come from the woodwork.
The shot by Pedro, both posts. Blake pulls it in.
So the Union left LA with a valuable road point and returned home still searching for their first win of the season. They'll look to do it tonight against one of their biggest rivals, the New York Red Bulls, next. Week 10 of the MLS season rolls on from Chester, and inside the Philadelphia Union locker room, a complete 90-minute performance remains the focus. The Union have captured points the last 2 games and look to build off that momentum back home at Talent Energy Stadium for the first of 3 meetings against the rival New York Red Bulls. And welcome to Philadelphia Union Soccer with Tommy Smith. I'm Dave Leto in for JP Dellacamera. The Union looked to build off their improved defensive effort last week at LA, but faced the best pressing team in the league in the New York Red Bulls.
Well, they're going to have to do a bit of pressing themselves as well if they're going to get something out of it, Dave. I mean, last week it was okay to set back a little bit, but they only created 2 opportunities. If you're going to win a game, you've got to create more than 2 opportunities during the game.
As we take a look at the Eastern Conference standings, the Red Bulls have ascended into 3rd place despite their Wednesday loss at Sporting KC. Meanwhile, the Union have racked up 4 draws and are still searching for their first win in 2017. And Tommy, one of the players who could propel them to victory, is the subject of our Acme player profile. Reigning goalkeeper of the year, Andre Blake, kept his club in it at LA last weekend.
Well, he's the man. I mean, he's kept the Union in so many games. Last weekend, he was particularly good. You know, when your own defenders play you into trouble as a goalkeeper, you know it's going to be a long night, and that's exactly what happens here. Look at this. It drops right down where he wanted it. But I'll tell you one thing, you don't beat Blake like that, and you certainly don't beat him low down and either, because he will come out, he makes himself big, and he will cover it up. Great performance.
It was the 2nd shutout of Blake this season and the 10th of his career. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, the Red Bulls are culminating 3 games in the last 8 days. They've won 3 of their last 4, and they're likely going to ride the hot foot of Bradley Wright Phillips.
Yeah, you know, the club may be having a quick turnaround, but Bradley Wright Phillips should be fairly well rested. He got a good rest the other night, and this man has really set this league on fire since coming into it. It's incredible what he can do with it. He's been a fantastic player, and you got to watch him. They got to watch him every step tonight. You can't afford to let him get a step on you. If you do, you'll pay the price.
In fact, he scored in the last 2 meetings against the Union. Rookie Jack Elliott has staked his claim at center back. The 2017 4th rounder is playing like a prize #1 pick, and he'll look to help contain the potent Red Bull offense next. Tonight's match was brought to you by Talent Energy, the official energy supplier of the Philadelphia Union. Toyota, the Toyota Time Sales event ends May 31st. Hurry in today, Toyota, let's go places. Oliver Heating and Cooling, comfort you can trust. Visit us at oliverheatcool.com. Acme, the official supermarket of the Philadelphia Union. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. TrueMark Financial, go Union, go Credit Union, TrueMark Financial. Bimbo, proud baker of Sara Lee Breads. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibs.com. Union players and fans are loving it here in Chester as the Union earned their first victory of the 2017 season, a 3-0 result over the rival New York Red Bulls. And welcome back inside the booth with Tommy Smith. I'm Dave Leto. And Tommy, the Union get the result they've been desiring so far this year.
Oh, yeah, this was the one they wanted. We talked about it earlier. You know, they got the draw last week. They needed the win tonight. Their first win, and you start building from here. And it was a comprehensive victory in the end. They really turned things around in this one, Dave.
It's time to salute some players. We'll look at offensive, defensive players of the match, brought to you by Toyota.
Well, there's not much question about who the offensive player of the match was. CJ Sapong. There's his first one. He had two more. Here's Herbers keeping this one alive. Pontius is on the back post. Pontius knocks it back across the middle, and Sapong said, "Thank you very much. That's a nice setup." And then he just sends the keeper the wrong way with the penalty kick. The defensive player of the night, well, it could have been the keeper because he initiated so much, but this man has worked so hard tonight. Fabinho, he really had a great game last week. I thought he had another great game tonight. His blocks were something special. He read the game very well. He got himself into good positions, and I give him the defensive player of the year. And look at that, Curtin is really happy with him too.
And Tommy, coming into this matchup, the Union only generated 2 shots on frame at LA tonight. A totally different story of the attacking third. You have to love the performance by not only CJ Sapong getting the hat trick, but from both sides of the field with Pontius and also Pico and company.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking about it, Dave. It looked like the second half they came out, it looked like the Red Bulls were taking the game over. But about halfway through it, they started making changes. Alborg came out and Jones came in. Gaddius got injured, so it took in Rosenberry, and then they took in Herbers. And all 3 substitutes played a major role in the victory tonight. But this victory goes to everybody that played for the Union tonight. I mean, they all played their part, and especially, you've got to give special credit to Blake, the goalkeeper. Some of the saves were out of this world, folks. Out of this world.
Well, 3rd shutout of the season for Andre Blake and the 11th of his career as the Union earned their first win of 2017. And up next, it's 3 games in 8 days beginning with DC United next Saturday. So the Union win it 3-0 over the New York Red Bulls. For Tommy Smith, Marissa Pilla, Matt Castle, and our entire crew, we thank you so much for watching tonight. Union Soccer is produced by Dave Getz, directed by Nick Barchetta. Our associate producer is Beth Ely. Once again, the Union next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Visit our nation's capital against DC United. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.